we've got our saline. Push it up a little bit. Do all these with the caps off. Already taken the lids off. 2 salines, beginning and after flush. Epinephrine, which is a blood thinner. All right, we've got our IV tubing. We've got our medicine that we have to mix. Alcohol wipes. I love my 91% alcohol. We have our sharps container. We're good to go. So, first thing we're going to do is get our medicine ready. Comes in a bottle like this. You can see it has all the powder in the bottom down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to liquefy this and then use gravity to put it back in here. Okay? So as we squeeze this bottle, you're going to see it's going to do some sprays. See how the water's spraying in here? Nope, because you have to break it. Break a little piece. Now you can see when we squeeze, see how the liquid is squeezing inside? All right, we're gonna get a little fluid in there. I'm gonna take it, we're gonna mix it up very well. Sorry about the shadow, guys, the windows. We're gonna do it a couple more times. Shake it some more. You can see how the liquid inside is clear. It's almost mixed. I like to twirl. You can twirl. If there's no tornado that comes up in the middle of basically the powder or the medicine, it's good. At this point, turn it over a little. Now we're going to squeeze this again, and when we squeeze this, it's going to put the air bubbles up, and the air bubbles is going to suck all the liquid back down in here. Do it several times. You will see it'll be completely empty. To be safe, I'm going to fill it again. Just by squeezing. Shake again just to get all that residue out. Make sure we get all that medicine. We're going to do the same process again. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time because you know, 3 times a charm. 3rd time's a charm. That way we're just guaranteeing everything's out of there. Alright. So now that we make sure it's completely empty, nothing hanging around in there, at this point we're getting ready to connect the medicine to the tubing. So we're going to mix it very well. Once it's mixed very well, we're going to take this section, which has a little cap on it. That's actually what we're going to be putting in. Actually, we're going to use a clean, single patient use tubing again. One corner says easy open. Kind of a joke. I don't really consider any of these easy open. But it's not horrible once you find this spot. Gonna take it, leave it all in here. I did clean my surface with the 91% alcohol first, but just to be safe, we know the inside is sterile, so we're gonna go like that. Then we're gonna take this here, which is the dose meter. It's always gonna come to open. We're gonna turn it all the way. So it says open. We're gonna turn it all the way until it says closed. We also are going to take this lock right here and we are going to lock this lock. All right, first 2 things you're going to do. I recommend leaving this all bundled for now. Okay, we're going to pull the plunger and the spout out. This is actually what we are going to insert in here. going to move this quite quickly. We're going to take the top of this off, put it in our sharps container. Careful not taking the tip. We're going to take the big tip off here. We are going to insert these two together. Put back and forth, and it makes a nice, good seal. That point, we're going to invert it, and we're going to take the little drip tube here. We're going to squeeze it. So before we go any further, see what happened here? We have some medicine back in. Let's just squeeze this back so we make sure all the medicine's where it needs to be. All right. We got the little drip meter. We're going to squeeze. It's going to pull some medicine out of the bag. Be careful not to fill it, overfill it. It has a line here. And it is perfectly with the line. At this point, we're going to leave this just like it is, and we're going to hang our bag. Right. All right. Once our bag's hung on our IV pole, now we're going to start getting our medicine into our flushes. So, we're going to get rid of the trash. I'm going to pull our vials out. Right now, we're just going to need the first vial, which is just the saline. I'm going to do the certain things here. I'm going to take this off. This is basically just a protective wrap to keep all this from dangling. This is actually the PICC line that goes down. It's actually called a central. It goes down, runs through, and is actually in a vein near my heart where it's a little bit bigger. It's not actually in my heart, but very near. So this is the port we're going to use to clean everything. When you come home from the hospital, this will have a green lid on it. Yeah, you don't use one after you come home from the hospital. The reason why, because you have your home germs, which are unlike your hospital germs. So we're going to clean this thoroughly for 15 seconds on the tip here. Use our sharps container to put whatever in. We're going to take our first saline. We're going to take the lid off. What we're doing also is we're letting this air dry for 15 seconds. Remember, do not blow on it. Gonna have a little attitude here. We gotta squeeze the air out. I had a nurse in the hospital that just over her head. It was the cutest thing. She was a little bitty nurse and really had an attitude. I'm gonna take this, put these together, twist and turn twice. Okay. At this point, this was the scariest thing for me when we first started. So we're going to make sure that both of our locks are undone. So we undo our lock. We're going to put it as straight as possible. The position you were in when they put it in is the best from what they told me. I'm going to hold our arm up. We're going to do quick pumps and wait for 2 to 3 seconds. You ready? Pump, 2 to 3 seconds. Pump, 2 or 3 seconds, pump, 2 or 3 seconds, pump, 2 or 3 seconds, pump, 2 or 3 seconds. By this, you should already be able to taste it in your mouth, and then the last one, you're just going to clear it all the way out. Now, before we remove this, because we have now a sterile section right here, this point, we're going to come up and get our medicine ready. This tab that we left, we are simply going to pull this tab now, this wire tab which kept all of this medicine together the right way, and now this is all going to unroll. I did forget earlier to prime my line, so we got to prime the line. What I'm going to do is we're going to watch So we'll now watch as it's at 100%. We should have done this before we flushed the line, guys. My bad. You can see the bubbles coming out at the end. It's going to actually start dripping. That's why I have a tray there. As soon as all your bubbles are gone, just do a quick hit. Stop it with your pinch clip or your pinch lock. And then you're going to set it to your dose, which our dose here is 200. Okay, so now we're cooking with gas. Okay. So, at this point, we've done all of this. We are going to take the cap off our end for our medicine. We're going to take this off. Instantly push it one into the other. And our discard now. We're set at 200. We're hooked in. We're unlocked. We're unlocked. We're going to unlock this one, and we unlock this one. We start the drip. So, see you back in 30 minutes.